I find myself, I guess it's a meditation of sorts. I'm working again with my um, Tree of Life in Cypress. I have it now, even the color correspondence to the chakras in here. But I'm doing this because this is how I see creation, all of it. Um, and within the Tree of Life, within each Sephiroth, there, the whole group of Sephiroth is represented. So it is an infinite, like it just goes on and on and on and on. Infinite, infinite, infinite um, creation. Like this, it's a hologram. It's a hologram because in each one of these Sephiroth is the whole of it. So in each, just like in every cell has um, an image of the whole within it. Like we are people. We're, each one of us is a reflection of the whole. So we are expanding as we learn and as we input our experience into the cosmos. We are, in a sense, we all are responsible for our experience. We all are responsible for everything on the planet, everything that is going on. We do have at some level a responsibility to it because everything is connected. Everything is interconnected. They talk about entanglement, and string theories, and all of these, really micro quantum aspects of our humanity, which, none of that's really brought forth to most people. You have to kind of go out and look at it. That's, again, I've been for the last, let's say 10 years, between Tarot and I don't know, I might even talk about that, the esoteric and the occult teachings, and I was like, ooh, we're being run by magic. Let me learn what this is all about so I can do my part, to make things better. Okay? A couple of years ago, I even started reading, some books on modern magic, Aleister Crowley stuff. What's the guy from the Golden Dawn? Anyway, I don't play in that realm, but we are being played with in these realms. So these, oh fuck, this is just so hard to put into words because it's in my freaking head. And here's the thing, I'm actually doing this meditation prior to having a DMT experience. It's sitting right here in front of me, and but it was almost like I didn't even have to partake of the DMT, because just in my meditation, just in my work that I'm doing here with the Tree of Life, I just had this influx of a download. That's what I'm going to call it, a download, because it's like I can't even call it a picture. It's an experience that I had in this state of meditation that just brought all these things together, and I thought I could express it, but it's real. I'm finding this a big challenge, but I still want to try this because I think, the better that I can learn to communicate these experiences, the better I can, I don't know, plant some seeds. Plant some seeds, I guess, would be a great thing. So, we are consciousness expressing ourselves as people. The plants are conscious, they're expressing as plants. The animals are conscious, they're expressing as animals. And the rocks and the still things are expressing in that sense. And I believe through this evolution of souls, that our soul, like um, what I do a lot of what in my most of my experience, I am the observer. Okay, I Simone, the ego, the the driver of this vehicle that I am using in this experience is Simone. I like, I don't know, not astral project either, but I can like separate and just observe me going about my business and in a conscious sense, like in my dream state. I don't do it all the time, but when I'm ready to, when I'm ready to, like, to step it up a little bit, I will do some um, um, intentional dreaming, intentional. I call it lucid dreaming. I do a lot of work where so that I can be aware in my dream state. Um, I'm going to tell you that we're dreaming right now, but we're not aware of it. It doesn't even sound right. But how do you explain? How do you explain that to somebody? Hey, we were always dreaming. We're always in a dream state. There's a conscious and an unconscious. So when you go to sleep, like sleep is sacred to me. My sleep time is it's my school time. I've learned more in my sleep than I ever did at any of the indoctrination institutions that I was a part of. Don't get me wrong, I did gain some proper knowledge between school and college, but my greatest teachers um, are not in that coliseum, so to speak. Um, Astral projection is literally allowing your astral body, which would that come from? I guess that would be like almost my emotional state body. I don't know. There's a correlation between the two because they do hang out in Yesod and the moon, which is ruled by Cancer, which is the emotions, blah, blah, blah. But, like, it's a very interesting, the first few times that I did astral project, I was in a chemically induced altered state of consciousness, which I believe is probably one of the best cures for any indoctrination ever. Be it when I was younger, I did a lot of LSD, and I think that's probably why I just never um, like sat still for the shit I was being told. And I did have some great mentors back in those days as well that gave me other ways of perceiving reality, even in a non-altered state. But just things aren't as they seem, and they're not. They are not. When you get down to the nitty gritty of it, again, the holographic universe, I can um, I can say, yeah, in a sense, this is a holographic universe because it is a component of what our filters are, and the interconnectedness of it is of us and everything in the universe. I'm going to include all these demons and aliens and stuff too, because I think there's a lot of misinterpretation, because language can be a challenge. And here we are. I don't know how many different languages there are in the world. But I can tell you there's more religions than there are languages, which is not a sore spot for me, but it is not one of my, ooh, yay, religion. You'll never see me say that. And because we are living in a dualistic world, there's good and not good. We can actually say good and evil. People think that God is the good and the devil is the evil. What if I told you it was one coin, two sides? Yeah. There's a dark side and a light side, a duality that we are working through. I think that's Um, the world is dualistic. I should look up my notes because I got shit tons of notes through all of my years of playing here. But there's again, you know, the I wonder. Oh, yeah. So even um, the principles of creation or the principles of natural law, mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, gender. Again, there's 7 of them. There's 7 major chakras. There's 7 colors of the rainbow. There's 7 days of the week. Um, that's it, you know, boom. In the tree of life, here we're just going to do some correspondences. The tree of life, there's 10 Sephiroth, 10 fingers, 10 toes, 10 planets represented within here. All the gods and goddesses, all the angels, all are represented within this glyph. The Lord's Prayer is represented in this glyph. All the Hebrew alphabet is represented in here, and the Hebrew language. Oh my goodness, Hebrew alphabet language. That is, you know, that's a whole nother study in and of itself. The tarot is represented in here. People think, oh, that's evil. That's of the devil. No, that's your stupid fucking church. Excuse my French. Bullshitting you. Astrology. Know your astrology, because those archetypes of those planets that correspond with the time that you were born will tell you a lot about what you're doing here and now. Very important from my perspective. And guess what? There is God knows how many perspectives, because again, they say there's 7 billion, close to 8 billion people on the planet. I don't believe anything I can't verify anymore. Can't do it. You see all these. Anyway, gosh. I can go off on 100 fucking tangents on this. But anyway, I just had this most incredible, like, vision or experience just as I'm sitting here just adding correspondences to each of the Sephira on here. And I had this, like, it was a rush. It was like, boom, like the sun is in the center and the planets are kind of going around it. But we're moving through, I'm going to say space. I know there's some flat earthers out there, and I'm not going to condemn anything because I don't know. But somehow, somewhere, there is some kind of movement. It might not be a physical movement as we have been programmed to see that. It could just be like this space and time, and time actually equates to memory, because without memory we have no time, because the past. Anyway, how all these things are interconnected, and then you know, through the fact that everything is connected, that like the only difference, the only thing that gives us the perception of individuality and no space is the level of vibration. It's by agreement, basically, that this is a remote control. Okay? There is, and that's all interwoven into this experience, into this momentum forward. And this is what hit me. It's like, with enough practice and understanding, like I can't, I have this neurological disorder which keeps me off balance, and I can't develop muscle in my legs, so it's really hard for me to walk. So I use 2 canes now. Used to use one. Used to use a wheelchair. But anyway, but a lot of this, like I do feel that somehow I could be able, like, to move through this experience. I don't know, space-time, memory thing. Somehow, like, everything, like falls apart and reconnects, going through these motions, like boom, like my hand just in, what do they call them, Planck seconds, which is like minus 10 to the fourth, some kind of like so fast, it falls apart and reappears. And in that, okay, and that made me remember that Star Trek, the when they I don't, fuck, I can't remember what they call it, where they, they go from the ship to another planet, or from ship to ship. It's that same thing. These molecules, somehow there's an energy. I don't know. Not a scientist. Don't claim to be. Don't understand it, even though there is a level of me that does understand it. But like, we can instantly heal ourselves, and that's been proven. People, that is, instant remission, and that has to do with us, these millions and millions of cells in this whole fucking miracle of creation, being able to like move forward, like reassemble ourselves, like reassemble without the tumor, reassemble without this disorder. And in a sense, I'm doing it because I'm still walking. I'm still defying what I was told 10, 11 years ago, that this is degenerative. Yeah, I have some issues, but there are, I do believe that corresponds with some more natural law, or these principles in which we are ruled by. And I just wanted to share that. I don't know if this makes any sense, but I had to say it because it was just amazing.